Welcome back to the Bear Down Podcast on NCAA Football 14 and the Arkansas A&M Black Bears Dynasty. Guys, we are coming off a dominating win over Oklahoma last week, 56-7. We were down two key players, Craig Washington and Corey Gonzalez, but Larry Johnson and Ira Harris stepped up big time and helped us to victory. In today's video, we're going to look back at the past 3 weeks, look at where the team has been and where they're going. We're also going to take a look at a big week of recruiting, which was last week for our squad, and also look ahead. We've only got a few more games left, and we've got to finish strong if we're going to make a push for the national championship. But first, let's check in with our sponsor. It's Manscaped. Tournament season is here, baby, and it's time to take care of all your hair and holes with the best tools for the job. I'm talking about my sponsor today, Manscaped. It's the global leader in men's grooming from head to toe. When that clock winds down in March, make sure you're clutch and avoid the upset with Manscaped's Performance Package to keep all your hair and holes tamed. Now, shout out to Manscaped, man. They're trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. They want you to join their movement and start taking care of your balls. That's important. Take care of your balls. If you head over to their website right now, manscaped.com, use the code BIGCGOTGAME. You're going to get 20% off of your purchase and free shipping. That's when you go to manscaped.com, use the code BIGCGOTGAME for your exclusive offer. Now, we all know our brackets are not going to be perfect, but with Manscaped's Performance Package, you can be confident that your nose, your ears, and your balls will be. But shout out to Manscaped. Real talk, man. They're doing something dope. Your purchase goes towards a good cause because they're partnered up with the GOAT, LA Lakers star Alex Caruso, and the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. So head over to their website, manscaped.com, use the code BIGCGOTGAME. You get 20% off plus free shipping. So thank you, Manscaped, for making our holes look sexy during the dance. To say that the Black Bears are clicking at the right time would be an understatement. We started off the week taking on Arkansas State and completely just dominating them, 66-27. Coach Thomas definitely ran the score up on this one, but you know it's a rivalry game, so what do you expect? Then we went down to Texas and played Baylor, and we blew them out the water, 56-17. Just another great showing by the offense, and the defense is really starting to step things up. And again, the defense just came in clutch against Oklahoma, holding that offense to 7 points. And Larry Johnson and Ira Harris definitely led this offense, putting up 56 total points. It's been a crazy year for our offense. Look at the totals so far: 62, 42, 63, 35, 56, 66, 56, and 56. This is probably one of the most high-powered offenses I have ever had in a dynasty. All around, just great players. And to think we're only, 6 seasons into this dynasty, and just now we are finally being able to bring things together and really showcase what this team can really do. Taking a look at the season stats so far, Craig Washington, the redshirt freshman, having a crazy year. 2,012 yards, 16 touchdowns with only 4 interceptions. And that's been the key for this offense so far, not turning the ball over. If you remember back when we had RT2, he threw a lot of interceptions. So did Todd Robertson. So to get a quarterback in the game now who not only can use his legs, but is showing off his arm talent and only has 4 picks, it's a great feeling. And I'm excited to see how his career pans out for the rest of the way. Because think about it, this is only his freshman year. On the ground, Corey Gonzalez, 137 carries, 927, 16 touchdowns. I think this injury is going to knock him out of the competition for Heisman for the second time this year. He was really on pace. He could have broke 1,000 yards this past game, but again, the injury. So he'll be back next week, hopefully, for the Iowa State game. We're going to need him if we're going to make a run for this national championship. But Ira Harris stepped up big time this week. He's got 99 carries for 779 yards and 13 rushing touchdowns on the year. Again, this sophomore You know, he's our speed back, but he showed that he can run between the tackles last week. Craig is third on the team with 55 carries for 274 and 6 scores. LJ 12 for 112. And then Philip Fagan, he's the odd man out right now. 15 carries, 85 yards, 3 scores. I'm excited to see what he can do next year. He got some playing time against Oklahoma, and he showed great speed. He showed he could break tackles. He's going to be an interesting guy. Him and Ira are going to be the 1-2 punch going into next season. Out wide, Trey Morgan leads the team with 36 grabs for 551 yards and 3 scores. Tyler Hill having a big senior year, 30 catches, 382 and 6 scores. Will Johnson, 29 catches for 464 and 2 touchdowns. Richie's got 26 carries, 493 and 5 scores. He's had a great couple of weeks at wideout. And then Tariq Larson, 15 catches, 285 and 2 scores. Ira out of the backfield. Numbers are kind of low this year, 8 for 24. Dustin Carey has 8 for 69, and he got his first touchdown as a Bear last week. Donald Thomas has 5 for 71. Will Rogers, 2 for 52. And then Fred Foreman, 232 and 1 score. This wide receiver group is playing a lot better than what I thought they would this year. Trey Morgan is starting to separate himself as the best receiver on the squad. I think in the next 2 years, going into his senior year, I don't see why he wouldn't be a 99 overall. One player I do want to get the ball more to is Will Johnson. Great route runner, great hands. It's just we have so many weapons on this team. He kind of gets pushed to the side a little bit. I think the best group so far this season has to be this offensive line. We're carried by 4 seniors, and they've only given up 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 sacks through this entire season. John Carrington is a star, 26 pancakes on the year, followed by Eric Kirby, who has stepped his game up big time. If you remember last season, he got benched. He's got 19 pancakes and has given up 0 sacks so far. And Matt Meyer at center, 8 pancakes with 1 sack. Then you got Joe Rhodes, backup right guard. He's got 6 pancakes. Curtis Maynard, the sophomore, he's got 6 pancakes. Ty Hill, and there's Kyle Walton at left tackle. He's got 6 pancakes. So this offensive line has really stepped their game up. They've lowered those sack numbers. And it also helps that we have a more mobile quarterback than we did last year. To the defensive side of the ball we go, and these boys have been playing lights out the past couple weeks. Kyle Butler leads the team with 31 tackles, followed by Brian Jones at middle linebacker. Nick Ginn, he's got 30 tackles on the year. Then you got Mark Lawson at corner. He's got 30. Sean Brown has 27. Jason Harris has 26. He's been playing outstanding the past 3 weeks. Matt Scott has 19. Charlie Parks has 19. Will Mosby with 18. And Corey Mark has 18 as well. And then there's Dustin Carey with 15. Nate Johnson chips in with 13 tackles. You got Brian Charles with 11. Bo Reynolds with 8. Ben Bowen, I want to see him more on the field. He's got 8 tackles this year. QB pressure department, these numbers aren't jumping off the page like they did last year. Corey Mark has 5 sacks. Brian Charles and Kyle Butler each have 3. You got Charlie Parks and Brian Jones with 2. And then you got Mullins, Bentley, Ginn, Bryant, Bo Reynolds, Ben Bowen, Matt Scott, each have 1 sack. Now, I think it's because the sliders that I'm using now, it bumps the pass blocking up a little bit more. And then we're using Kyle Butler a lot more as a spy just because of his speed. I think in the next few weeks, we're going to allow him to pass rush a lot more and have like our linebacker be a spy if we're playing against a mobile quarterback. Turnover department, Mark Lawson is stepping up huge. 5 picks. He has had 3 picks, I think, in the last 2 weeks. He's becoming a true shutdown corner. Sean Brown is second on the team with 3 picks. Then you got Jason Harris with 2. Ben Jennings, Nick Ginn, Jermaine Coco, and Matt Scott each have 1. The secondary has shut down these wide receivers, especially against Oklahoma the past couple weeks. I'm excited to see how they finish the season going into the Big 12 championship and into our bowl game. We're going to have to lean a lot on our secondary because I'm pretty sure we're going to be playing teams that like to pass the ball heavy. And then we do have 3 defensive touchdowns. Will Mosby with a scoop and score. Then you've got Tariq Larson with a kick 6. And Jermaine Coco has the lone pick 6 on the year. So here's a look at the latest BCS standings. Alabama still sitting in at number 1. They're getting ready to take on LSU this week. Then you've got Notre Dame in at 2. They just beat Navy, and they're getting ready to take on, I think that's Middle Tennessee State. There we are. Arkansas A&M sitting in at 3. Pittsburgh is 4. Florida in at 5. Arizona 6. LSU is 7. Illinois is 8. Georgia falls 5 spots to 9 after losing to Florida. Then you've got Nebraska at 10. Michigan State is 11. Auburn 12. Penn State 13. Arkansas falls 7 spots after losing to Auburn. They're 14. Mississippi State is 15. Stanford 16. Indiana 17. Boise State 18. Cincy 19. Michigan 20. Then you've got Texas in at 21. NC State is 22. Washington is in at 23. Southern Miss cracks the top 25. They're at 24. And Florida State rounds out the 25. Guys, I don't know. This is going to be a tough stretch of games. Bama, I think, is playing a couple of ranked opponents the last couple of weeks. Yeah, 3 out of their 4 opponents are ranked. They've got LSU this week, Mississippi State next week, Texas A&M, and then Auburn to round out the season. They could run the table. Let's just be honest. I'm hoping that LSU takes care of business, but I don't know. Our only hope is that Notre Dame takes an L. They've got Middle Tennessee, Toledo, and Stanford. The problem with Notre Dame is they're an independent, so they don't have a conference championship. So our voters and the computer is going to take our Big 12 championship over Notre Dame running the table. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out at the end of the season. What we have to do, though, is just keep winning. And I mean, it looks like it's going to be an easy road for us to keep winning. We've got 4-4 Iowa State next. Then we've got 2-7 Kansas State. And then we hit the road, or then we return home for senior night against 5-3 Kansas. So these are all winnable games for us. Actually, these could be dominating games for us. But we can't lose focus. We have to win out, and then we have to go and win in the Big 12 championship if we want a chance to play for a national championship. Talking about the Big 12 championship, let's take a look at the Big 12 standings. We're undefeated right now, sitting on top of the Big 12 North at 5-0. Arkansas doing a great job in conference play, 7-1. A-State is 4-3 in conference, 6-3 overall. Kansas 5-3, 2-2 in conference. Iowa State 4-4, 1-3 in conference. And then you got K-State 2-7, 0-5 in conference. On the south side, you got TCU 7-2, 3-2 in conference. It looks like they've got a clear path almost to get to the Big 12 championship. Oklahoma 4-4, 2-2 overall in conference. Texas 4-4, 2-2 overall in conference. Then you've got Texas Tech 2-6 on the season. Oklahoma State is 1-7, and Baylor is 3-5. So a big down year for the Big 12. It looks like it's going to be A&M and TCU right now, but don't give up on Oklahoma. They can still sneak into the playoff or sneak into the Big 12 championship if TCU slips up. But yeah, I mean, we beat everybody. So, it's an interesting situation for our Black Bears right now. To the recruiting trail we go, and it has been a big week for recruiting for our Black Bears. We're finally starting to get commits. We kick things off with James Ramirez, a 6-foot, 187-pound corner from Maryland, 3-star prospect. We're excited to have this kid on campus. He's a gem, 94 speed, 90 agility, 89 acceleration, great coverage ability, 82 man, 85 zone, 86 press. We're adding more depth to that cornerback room. I like the guys that we have there now, but there's nothing wrong with getting more talent on the field. Then we get our first offensive lineman, Tyrone Mcmillan from Ohio, 6'2", 290, 4-star prospect, the number 2 center in this class. And guys, this kid is going to be something special. 83 pass block, 76 run, 76 impact, 84 strength. I think he can play across the board. He's 6'2", 290. He can either play guard or center for us. He's just going to be a versatile player. Then we pick up Jim Palmer, a guard from Coral Terrace, Florida, 6'2", 311, 3-star prospect, and another guy that can play across the offensive line. 83 pass block, 77 run block, 81 impact block, 86 strength. He's got great acceleration, great agility as well. We needed depth on the offensive line. That was one of our major keys going into the offseason, and the coaching staff has done a great job going out and recruiting these guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this offensive line will look like going into next season. Alfred Robinson, another center. He is 6'3", 325 from Beaufort, South Carolina, the 3rd center in this class, the number 3 center in this class, excuse me. And again, this guy, I see him more as a guard. 76 pass block, 84 run block, 80 impact block with 81 strength. The agility is kind of low. The acceleration is kind of low as well too. But again, with those blocking traits, I feel like he could play both of the interior positions. We pick up a middle linebacker. This is Joe Nelson from Holt, Alabama, 6'2", 219, the number 37 ranked middle linebacker in this class. And he's got decent speed, 82 speed. The agility is kind of low, 86 acceleration. Great tackler, 82 tackle. The hit power is there, and he can get off blocks. We're just looking at more depth in that linebacker room. We're losing, I think, one senior this year at middle linebacker. So just adding another player that could potentially play and could get some time on special teams. I like to add a quarterback in each class, and here's another one right here. I think this kid is going to be a great player down the road. This is Tony Mitchell from Crystal City, Texas. 6'3", 212, the number 56 ranked quarterback. He's a scrambler, and this kid, he's a project. He's more of a scrambler than he is a thrower. 80 speed, 79 agility, 75 acceleration, 78 throw power, 72 throw accuracy. Again, with the kind of offense we like to run with the spread and the option, getting our quarterbacks to the outside, he fits that mold. I think that once we get him in the system, get him training, in about 3 years, he could be pushing for a starting job. So I told you guys that the offensive line was a main focus for recruiting this year. This is a JUCO junior, Colin Dodd from right here in Arkansas, 6'4", 291. Two-star prospect, number 155 in this guard class. But again, I think he's going to play above that. 88 strength, 94 acceleration, 84 pass block, 78 run block, and 78 impact block. With his size at 6'4", 291, we might be able to kick him outside and play tackle a little bit. But, it's just more depth. We have a starting five going into next season, and we needed some backups. And the guys I feel like we've pulled this year that have already signed their letters of intent, they're going to be stars in the next couple of years. Talking about a star, though, I think this guy right here, he might be the one, guys. This is Bo McGee from Katy, Texas. 6', 178, the number 9 athlete in this class, 4-star prospect. And guys, I'm excited. I'm hyped. 92 speed. The agility is very low. 80 agility, 85 acceleration. But look at the play rec. 84 play rec. 89 man coverage, 85 zone, 80 press. He's decent as a tackler. As a quarter, this kid is going to be special. He's going to be a special player. I mean, you could leave him on an island on man-to-man coverage. I'm okay with that. And he can also play quarterback too. 80 throw power, 84 accuracy. But we're looking to put him in the DB room. And I'm excited to have him on campus. Again, adding more depth to the DB room. I like the guys that we have there now. You got Jason Harris. You've got Carey coming back next year. You've got Jermaine Coco playing great. We've got a couple guys that aren't even on the field yet. Matt Scott's getting playing time. So we're just adding more depth to an already deep secondary room. To the top of the board we go. We are still battling for outside linebacker David Sims from Arkansas. Again, I think this kid is going to be something special. 85 speed. He's got great coverage ability as a linebacker, great tackling, great play rec. We need to get him in the fold here at A&M. We're still making a play for the number 1 guard in the country. This is Matt Cain, 5'11", 299 from Florida. I think, again, just adding more depth. And with his size, I might kick him inside to play center at 5'11". That's a little short to play guard, but he's a great pass blocker. He's an elite pass blocker. He's a great run blocker, and his impact block just needs a little work. Here's a tackle that we really like, Rodney Davis, the number 1 tackle from California, from San Bernardino, 6'7", 336, 4-star prospect. We're in a battle right now, and again, the blocking traits are there. 86 pass block, 77 run block, 84 pass or impact block. We put him at left tackle. It's going to be hard for defensive linemen to get around him. Right now, San Diego State has the lead, but we're still fighting. A guy we're hoping to get a commit from here real soon is Drew White from North Carolina, 6'4", 277, 3-star prospect, the number 25 guard in this class. And again, he's a gem. This guy is a definition of a guard, though. He's a great run blocker, great impact block, great strength. Acceleration is there, too. I'm envisioning putting him at right guard. this dude is going to be a monster for us at 6'4", 277. We might put a little bit more weight on him just to make him about like 315, 320. With Corey Gonzalez leaving at the end of this year, we're looking for more speed at the running back position. Marquis Powers is our guy. From Bakersfield, California, 6 foot 195, the number 93 running back in this class. He's a JUCO transfer. And, I mean, you can't beat that speed. 93 speed, 88 agility, 87 acceleration. With Ira Harris, Philip Fagan, and then we have one more guy that's coming off a red shirt next year. We're going to have 3 stud running backs. And I think if we put the red shirt on Powers, allow Harris and Fagan to run the offense next year, the next 2 guys up, they're going to have something special too. So I like to have 2 running backs, and I think this guy Marquis Powers could be that guy. And if he doesn't get playing time as a running back, he has got great speed and he can return kicks for us. So here are 2 JUCO players that the coaching staff have fell in love with. This is Ian Merriman from Battle Creek, Michigan, 6'5", 217, a 3-star prospect, outside linebacker. Again, he's a JUCO transfer. He's got 78 speed, great tackler, 87 tackle, great hit power, great play rec. He can get off of blocks, decent zone coverage and man coverage. Again, we want to get better at our outside linebacker position. We want to be able to have those guys be on the field a lot more as well. I think this dude is your typical outside linebacker. He's a little bit slower than what I like, but with those tackling traits, it's hard for us not to go and at least talk to him. And another JUCO player, this is Casey Buchanan from Jollyville, Texas, 5'10", 171, the number 115 corner in this class, 3-star prospect. And again, more depth, 95 speed, it was what we saw. That was the main thing. As soon as we saw that 95 speed, we were like, we got to go talk to this kid. 90 agility, 90 acceleration, 82 man coverage, 84 zone, 86 press. He's got great hops to be 5'10". Again, we like to have a lot of corners. When we run our quarter defense, we have 5 corners on the field at all times. So being able to have options at the corner position would be great. Do I see him beating out like a guy like Bo McGee or James Ramirez for playing time? I don't know. I don't think so. But, just having that option and, being able to put a red shirt on him and in 2 years he'll still be on the roster, that's a good look. So we're going after these 2 JUCOs. I really don't like to recruit JUCOs too much because I feel like it's too OP. But these 3 guys I feel like would help out this team a lot. If not next year, in the next 2 years. So after a big week of recruiting, we have moved up the class ranks, and we are now number 12. I think last week we were somewhere in like the 40s or 50s. We've got 10 prospects already committed, looking for more going into the next couple weeks. Right now on the board, McMillan, McGee, and Robinson are our top 3 recruits. But I think you can move Ramirez above Robinson, and probably Anderson. You can move him up the list as well at D tackle. This is going to be a great recruiting class for us. I think it's just adding more depth to an already deep team. We're losing a lot of senior leadership this year, and going into next year, we're losing even more. Let's take a look at that. If you look at the bottom of the screen, we're losing 18 seniors this year, 10 next year, 17 sophomores in a couple years, and then right now we have 24 freshmen on this team. So, we're losing a lot of key players. The junior class is the class that I'm worried about because we got to fill Kyle Butler's shoes. We've got to fill Corey Mark's shoes, Sean Brown, players like that. And that's going to be hard to do. But that's why we have to start. That's why we have to keep recruiting this depth like we are, because it's going to help us out in the long run. I don't want to be, in season 8 and 9 and we don't have any depth on our roster. So we're looking to keep it going. We're looking to keep building this dynasty. We look to keep building up on this dynasty and bringing in some explosive players. And there's the commit right there. Let's go. Drew White commits. We've got another offensive lineman, y'all. So, fellas, we put our 8-game win streak on the line at home this week as 4-5 Iowa State comes to the den. This should be a great matchup, man, and we are fully healthy now, I believe. I know I saw that Craig was back practicing, and Corey Gonzalez is questionable this week. So it's going to be a game-time decision to see if he plays or not. If not, we got Ira Harris and Philip Fagan ready to take over. I would love to see Corey back on the field, but I don't want to rush him back. But I want to hear from you guys. In the comment section down below, let me know what else do you guys want to see out of this A&M Dynasty. Do you want to see more recruiting specials? Do you want to see more practice? Let me know down in the comments, man. This is our Dynasty, and I would love to hear from you guys, all right? But we'll talk from the den as we get ready to take on Iowa State. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell. Join the NATTY squad. And make sure you guys hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And come through and join the Discord fan for exclusive content. And we'll talk from the den as we welcome the 4-5 Cyclones to town. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace. Big thank you to all the members of the channel and the Patreons. If you would like to become a member or a Patreon, hit the links down below in my description.